everyone. Welcome to the other side of music. Today's guest is Gallo. How are you doing?
What up? What's up? Thanks for having me. I'm good. I'm really good. You know what I mean? So thanks for having me.
Yes, thank you for taking the time to come on here.
Absolutely.
So let's get into it.
Yeah, let's
Gallo,
dive in.
people know your name. They know somewhat about you. So let's start with what do you do?
Yeah, absolutely. So once again, I go by Gallo Locknez, and I'm a music producer. I'm an artist. I'm a writer. I do a lot of music for like TV shows and movies and commercials. But I also perform. I produce for other artists. I write for other artists. And then I'm very big on promoting positive energy. So real big advocate for speaking about positive energy and motivating people. So yeah, and then most importantly, I'm a father. You know what I'm saying? I love my kids. My kids are everything. You know what I'm saying? Everything I do is for my baby. So yeah, that's Gallo Locknez. That's Gallo Locknez in a nutshell.
All right, well, let's break down that nutshell.
All right, let's do it.
So, what did you start doing first?
Um, I started rapping first. Rapping was the first thing I started with. I used to rap with my brothers and stuff, just messing around, just as a youngin. You know what I mean? Then I got a little bit older and I started rapping in high school, and like in the back of the bus and then lunchtime, and it was cool, man. A lot of people didn't like. I wasn't like a hardcore kid. You know what I mean? Like I was a clown. Let's put it that way. I was a clown. So like I did good in school, but like I was messing around a lot. You know what I'm saying? And then but I loved rapping. Like some of my projects in high school, I would turn into just raps and I hand them in, and I was winning awards in school and stuff because instead of writing just a regular project, I was writing raps and poems and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay.
that yeah, so I started kind of getting a name for myself through that. And then after high school, I started making beats because it was hard to get people to. It was hard to find beats, you know what I mean, that I liked and all that. So I started making my own beats, and then people started hearing it. People was like, "Yo, he's kind of nice." So yeah, man, I started selling my beats and stuff. I was working at so funny. I was working at Sears. I know I might be
Oh,
dating myself.
cheers.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was working in the electronics department in Sears. I was selling TVs and selling beats. People would come, people would come to my job. I burn a CD at home, well, full of beats, and I'll play them in the sound system of Sears, and people would decide if they gonna buy my beats or not. So I was hustling while I was working.
That's funny.
Yeah. hmm And then I did that for a few years. I got signed to Rockwaller, the producer. I learned a lot from that, man. I got my first TV placement through Rockwaller, which was dope. And if you don't know who Rockwaller is, Rockwaller has produced for Beyonce, Destiny's Child, Jay-Z, Michael Jackson, Janet Jackson, like a whole bunch of people. You know what I mean? So it was pretty cool. Yeah, I got signed to him, and unfortunately he got ill, so he had to stop what he was doing. But I got a really good taste of the music industry through him. You know what I mean? So then I started to kind of do my own thing, and I was producing a lot of artists, locally and around the country and globally and then all this stuff. So I was still doing the beat thing, and then I started working on music for the NBA, and I worked on music for the NBA for 2 seasons, which was dope. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. It was hard work, but it was a lot of fun. You know what I'm saying? And then after that, after those 2 seasons, I started kind of like testing the waters with Sync and, getting my music on TV shows and stuff. And because of the NBA, because I got a lot of work on the social media, a lot of the sync companies already knew who I was. So when I sent them the stuff, to kind of like break the ice, they're like, "Oh, I'm a Houston Rockets fan, or I'm a Golden State Warriors fan." You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, oh, "Okay, cool. They all suck. I'm a Knicks fan." You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But nah, just a little banter here and there. You know what I'm saying? Just joking back and forth, and then they would send me work, and then I would show and prove because I had a quick. I developed a very quick work ethic working with the NBA. So now with Sync, it also has a fast turnaround. I'm able to create really fast, you know what I mean, and quality. So I did really good. I made a name for myself, and that's what I'm currently doing now. Like it's fun. I get to create for some of my favorite TV shows, some of your favorite TV shows. You know what I'm saying? And I get to set the mood for the scenes, and I love it. It's a lot of fun.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Now, name a couple TV shows or movies. Have you been in movies?
Yes.
Other
Yep.
than your music?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. I've
What?
been in movies. Yeah, absolutely. So I've been in this one. My favorite is an independent movie. It's my absolute favorite. And I always forget the name. So my memory's horrible. I'm just gonna tell you that right now.
Okay.
Uh, I want to say Aliens. I think it's called Aliens Abducted My Parents. It's a long title. It's a long, long, long
Okay.
title. And
Is it
but it,
a movie, kind
huh?
of? Is it a kids movie, kind of?
It's like a teenage movie. It's like a teenage movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's cool, man. It's got some pretty famous actors in there. And that was one of my favorite because they ended up shooting a scene based around one of my songs. Like the mom was rapping my song, the dad was rapping my song, the kids was rapping my song, and it was so cool. It was one of my it's my absolute favorite placement.
That
Um,
is.
yeah, I'm horrible with
Or
titles, huh?
Aliens abducted my mom.
Nah, it's called it's a long, long title. It's a long title.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like aliens abducted. I think it's aliens abducted my parents, and now I feel really left out, or something like that. It's a long title. Yeah, super long title. But I'm on that, and then I'm on I think it's called Please Don't Destroy, which is on Peacock. And I come out, my music comes on, and it introduces the kid from Stranger Things. You know, the chubby kid from Stranger Things.
Oh, yeah.
He comes in
Um,
that yeah, I can't remember his name right now, but he comes in and he's like coming down the escalator and he's like, I'm here, and then you hear my music come in introducing him and stuff. Well, yeah, it's so cool. Then I
oh,
got and then I done another movie with I always forget the name of this movie, but it's with Kristen Wiig and Guy Pearce. Both of
okay.
them are in the movies, and that's a long, long placement where my music is playing in the background while she's talking to her daughter. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
So yeah, it's super, super cool. And then I've done a lot of I've done international movies too. Um, I got which was really cool. I got this one based out in Germany, and they actually sent me the video, and I made the music to the video, which is scoring. You know what
that's
I'm
cool.
saying? Yeah, super cool.
Dustin.
Yeah, super cool.
Dustin is the kid's name from Stranger Things.
Well, yes, You said
So,
Dustin, right?
yep.
Yeah, him. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. It hit me. I'm like, oh, it's Dustin.
yeah. That was so cool because he's coming down the escalator and then you hear me come on and stuff. It's like I'm so fly, and he's coming down the escalator. It's so cool, man. It's so cool. I love it.
That is cool.
Yeah,
So, um, how did you? Okay, so let's backtrack. When
yeah.
was your first show? Like, rapping?
Like performance.
Yeah,
So
performance.
my first performance was, believe it or not, it was in West Palm Beach. It was in West
Oh,
Palm Beach. Yeah. I can't remember the name of the thing, but we were doing a benefit concert to help kids with cleft lip in India. So we was raising money for that, right? And that was my first time performing, and it was in West Palm Beach. It was hundreds of people, and I actually still got that picture. I don't have the video, unfortunately, but I got the picture. And it was my first time performing. And, I practiced. We rehearsed so much. And it was really, really cool. And I did it. And it was cool. So I did my own song. And I got off the stage. And everybody was like, Gallo, Gallo, Gallo. It was so incredible, right? And then this lady came out to close the show. She was doing opera. And
mm,
I can't ever remember the name of this song. I'm horrible about it, but she was singing opera, and I did a verse for the opera song. So like she's
oh,
singing opera, everybody's all into it. And all of a sudden, I come out from the back and I start rapping, and everybody's like, "Ah!" Like they just going crazy. And I was like, "Yeah, I like the way this feels. Like, I like this feeling." So, yeah, I just did a lot of performances, and I performed a lot of places, like all over the country. I performed all over the country, and I've also toured Europe as well. So
okay.
yeah, so I've done a lot of performing, and it's just a lot of fun, man. I've had a lot of really dope experiences. I've had bad experiences too. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? But yeah, because it comes with the territory, right? When you're a performer, sometimes it's hard to connect with the crowd. You know what I mean? I could tell you, I'm gonna be honest with you. I probably only had two bad experiences, and I performed over 100 times. But those. experience kind of stick with you. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh man, I couldn't reach the crowd. You know what I mean? Or I couldn't reach, or something threw me off. You know what I mean? But 98% of the time, I'm rocking that crowd. You know what I'm saying? And it's a good time.
That's cool.
Yeah,
It's been very exciting for you. Where, okay, so you've performed all over the place, but
absolutely.
where is somewhere you would absolutely love to perform? It could be anywhere. Money, time, nothing mattered.
Where would I like to perform that I haven't?
That
Um,
would be like your absolute spot.
I think it'll be dope to perform somewhere tropical. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like on the beach, people outside. I'm on a stage, rocking the stage, and there's like the beach and the beautiful weather, palm trees, and all that, and everybody just having a good time, enjoying themselves. I think that'd be mad fun because a lot of the music I do is real up tempo and fun. So like, I think that would do. I think that would be incredible, actually. So that'd be dope. So somewhere tropical. You know what I mean? Bahamas. Grand Cayman. Somewhere like that.
okay.
Yeah.
Maybe one day.
Absolutely. It's not really hard to get that, honestly. I'm gonna keep it a bug. It's just everything is everything is about who you know. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is. It's
I
all
like it.
about who you know. So, if I really want to make it happen, all I gotta do is find out who I need to talk to and make it happen. You know what I'm saying? And that's
That's
for anybody. That's not just me. That's for anybody.
yeah. I was gonna say that's a good piece of advice for
Yeah.
everybody out there.
Hmm.
Just find out who is the right person to speak to, and then
Yeah.
get
Yeah.
on it.
And follow through. A lot of times we'll reach out to somebody and we're like, hey, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this, right? And they might not respond right away. Or they might respond and be like, hey, we get back to you. Follow through, follow up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's okay to follow up. It's okay to email people and remind people because a lot of times we feel like, man, I don't want to nag somebody, I don't want to bother somebody, but that's not the case. Most of the time, people forget. You know what I mean? So it's not even anything personal or it's like, yo, you're reminding them. You know what I'm saying? And, a thing for me that I do, because I follow up all the time. You know what I mean? That's how I get a lot of things. I think about commercials. How often do you see the same commercial when you're watching something, right? The same ad comes up, right? And you might get tired of it. Say, for example, it's Burger King, right? And you get
Mhm.
tired of it, like, oh man, I keep seeing this same commercial. Then a couple days later, yeah, I want Burger King.
Oh, absolutely.
you know, so you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So ultimately, if that works, then we can apply the same method. You know what I'm saying? And follow up with people and stuff and be, relevant in people's minds. Because like I said, people have their own lives. People
Yeah.
forget. It's not personal. So sometimes we gotta remind them.
Great. That is a good way to look at things. And yes, there's a Little Caesars commercial out right now.
Uh-huh.
Caesar's Pizza, the
Yeah.
one that what is it, a horse or something gets real sad because
Uh-huh.
he has no hands to eat the pizza. I don't know,
Oh, for
but
real?
they played it so much that
Uh-huh.
I looked at my daughters and I said,
Yeah.
if they play that one more time, we're having pizza for dinner.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
sure enough, on and there I was. I'm like,
Yep.
bing, bing, bing. I'm
Yep.
like, Little Caesars is on its way.
Yeah, nah, for real. But that's what they do is repetition, right? It's
Yeah.
repetition. So that's all it is. It's a very effective marketing strategy. How many times you scrolling on Facebook or Instagram and you see that same time, that same post or whatever, or somebody
Yeah.
else shared that same post. It's repetition. You know what I mean? So that's the key to staying relevant and staying in people's minds, and making things happen.
Yeah. Yeah. Very true. So, what is your favorite fruit?
Favorite fruit. So I'm allergic to a lot of fruits.
Oh,
When I was growing up, I used to love plums. I loved plums, you know what I mean? But now that I'm allergic to a lot of fruits, I would say I guess a orange. I like orange. I really like, and I haven't had it in so long, man. And I hope I'm not mispronouncing this. Canepas, I think that's what it's called. Canepa, I think that's what it is. It's like it's a tropical fruit, and it has
okay.
like a shell on it, and it has like a big seed, but it has fruit around the seed, and it's
Oh,
so good, man. I think it's called canepas. I listen to all my Spanish and tropical people. Don't hate me if I'm mispronouncing it.
If someone out there watching this knows what it is or how to
Yeah,
pronounce it,
yeah,
comment.
yeah, yo, for real. My bad. Listen, no disrespect. Listen, I love it. So you know it's coming with good intentions.
Oh, that's funny. Um, so what is? Do you have a favorite TV show or movie? Or, well, I guess movie would be hard. Is there like a favorite series or something that you'd love to get your music on that you haven't done so yet?
Hmm. So one of my goals was All American. That was my favorite show. I've been on All American 3 times now. You know what I
Okay.
mean? And so that I definitely reached out to make that happen, and I figured out how to make it happen, and it's been dope. And what's dope about it is the music supervisor for All American loves my music. You know what I'm saying? So, she's very hard. Her name is Madonna, and she's like highly in demand. So I have been trying to reach out to her for a long time. So I found a different way to get in there, and now she's every season she's looking for Gallo. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying? So yeah, so that's really dope. All American was my absolute favorite show. Um, I really want to get one thing I haven't gotten, and it's like the the Christmas of sync. You know what I mean? Is the Super Bowl. Super Bowl
okay.
placements. Yeah, Super Bowl placements are, and I have been on the Super Bowl, but it's a we'll get into it. But I haven't had like a sync placement for Super Bowl, and that's what I want to do. I want to get on like an ad or a commercial or something because they pay so much money, and I'm gonna break it down for you. A friend of a friend got $250,000 for a 30-second commercial. Okay,
Oh my
quarter of a
God, I'm
million.
doing something wrong.
You know what I'm saying? Quarter of a million. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's definitely a goal. That's definitely, but that's honestly anybody that's really into sync. That's everybody that's into sync's goal. You know what I mean? We all want that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I believe you'll get it.
yeah, I think so
I
too.
don't
Thank
doubt
you.
that. Yeah, I don't doubt that.
I appreciate that.
So, if you weren't doing all of this, what do you think your life would? What would you be doing in your life? Like, what kind of job would you do?
I don't know. I I don't know. If I wasn't doing music or sync or what? Yeah, if I
Well,
wasn't.
what you're currently doing now,
Yeah,
all the everything. What do you think you would have been doing?
I don't know. I love music, man. It probably would have been something creative. I like to create, man. I'm a creative person. I have a huge imagination, so I don't know, man. I love creating, so that's a tough one. I can't even imagine it. I can't even imagine it. You know what I'm saying? I'm so passionate about music. I'm so
Hmm.
passionate about creativity. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the greatest artist, but I love a good painting. I love a good drawing. You know what I mean? I appreciate it. I'm not the best at dancing, but I appreciate the talent and the people that what they put into it. So, first and foremost, I'm a fan of creativity. You know what I'm saying? And imagination. So, it's hard to do that. And then my strength is music. Like it just comes to me. I love music. So
Okay.
yeah, that's. I'm sorry.
No, don't
Yeah,
apologize.
I was so passionate about creativity. It's hard to imagine anything else.
Um, be well, we're not done with the interview, but how can
Mm.
people reach out to you,
Yeah,
or find you?
yeah. Everything is Gallo Locknez. Every social media is Gallo Locknez. I'm the only Gallo Locknez in the world. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not hard to find.
Okay.
And then my website is gallosworld.com. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So, but yeah, I'm not hard to find at all. You know what I mean? And I'm approachable too. So reach out and, let's strike up a conversation, you know?
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. And don't you have like a what's it called? Patreon or something out
I
there
do.
too?
I
Yeah.
do. I do.
Oh,
Yeah. And
okay.
it's, yeah, man. So I do have a Patreon where um, it's a space where I really want to continue to promote the positive energy and encourage people and people to wait for people to support because I'm dropping merch. I'm dropping new merch. A lot of people have been purchasing it, and I'm really really thankful for that. But it's like a billboard, right? Sometimes you'll be out and you see something and it just it opens your mind. that's why I'm doing merch. I'm doing a lot of merch that says stay positive and, positive merch. So you don't got to talk about it, but if people see it on you, it might remind them, you know what I mean? And then I always wear my, I don't know if you can see it, but I always wear my stay
Yeah.
positive, you know, wristband and stuff. And I use it for me. You know what I mean? I'm human. So sometimes I might get upset. I might get discouraged and I just look right down and I see it. And it's like, all right, you know what? It's time to shift. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what the Patreon is about. I put posts about positivity and all that. And then it's also too to help people with sync as well. Part of that Patreon also is to help people with sync where they can submit their music. I could give them advice on how to make the music better. And then obviously if I like the music, I'm gonna help shop it. You know what I mean? So that everybody can make money. You know.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice. So everybody go check that out.
Yeah, it's patreon.com/Gallo Locknez.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Um, so if you could perform with anyone, there's two parts to it. If you could perform with anyone, whether they're dead or alive, who would it be?
Who would I like to perform with? Probably like a somebody with energy because I love having mad energy. So probably like Busta Rhymes, I think would be super dope.
Okay.
If I could, man, I would have been fired to perform with DMX. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Unfortunately, he passed away, but I've been super super dope to perform with X. That would be incredible. But yeah, I mean, just somebody with energy will be dope. You know. I think J. Cole is fire. I like watching him perform. So yeah, yep.
And if you say you got to perform with that person and you guys got to go out to dinner and have just a amazing conversation,
Mm.
what would you guys be eating?
Seafood.
Seafood? Ah, good man, good man.
Seafood. Absolutely love seafood. You know what I mean? I love lobster, shrimp. I love shellfish. But I'm pretty much open. My palate is pretty much open to any and all seafood. So I love
Yes.
seafood. Yeah.
See, that's why we're friends.
Absolutely,
I
absolutely.
love
Man, I
eating
love, I
I love
love.
eating people
It's
hours a day.
Yeah, especially like going to like, eating on the beach, or anywhere by water, that seafood is gonna be fresh, it's gonna be good. So yeah, I'm big on that. I always try to find a seafood restaurant when I'm by the water.
Nice.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, I could trust me. I can totally understand that.
yeah, yeah.
Um, so what I like to ask people, what song have you released that you thought was meh, but people loved it, and you just were like flabbergasted by it?
Nah, for sure. So that's a great question. So I have this song where it's called "Keep Working," right? And it's
Hmm.
not released. It's within the sync world, and it's one of my songs that I did with this company and I let my friends hear it, and I did like a batch of songs, right? So it was like 3 or 4 songs, and that song was always like the least favorite out of everybody's, right? And I'm like, man, like I like it, but there's certain parts of the song I kind of don't like. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Um, that song has gotten me my biggest placements. My absolute biggest placements. Like Sony PlayStation has used it, All American has used it, Netflix has used it, the NBA has used it, the NHL has used it, Amazon has used it. Like it's
Crazy.
just yeah, it's crazy. Oh, what is the yeah? There's a whole bunch of a movie trailer that was used on a movie trailer. It's just that song is used so much, and it's like you just never know what people are gonna like. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And that's this. That kind of brings me to the point where like I tell people like, yo, just put it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't overthink it. Don't hold it back. You know what I mean? If you feel like it's done, put it out. You never know what people are gonna think. You know what I mean? So you never know what could happen. So instead
Yeah.
of like overthinking it and kind of putting a block in front of yourself, you know what I mean? Just put it out. What's the worst that can happen? Nothing can.
Right.
What'd you say?
Oh, I said right. What's the word? So
Yeah,
somebody doesn't listen to it.
yeah. That's the worst, right? Isn't that the same thing that's gonna happen if you keep it here, keep it to yourself? So it's like, yo, like. always try to be optimistic, always try to be open minded, and don't create roadblocks for yourself. You know what I mean? We're human. We all do it. You know what I'm saying? We all create roadblocks for ourselves. We all try to, talk ourselves down sometimes, and we be in our head. And it's okay if that happens, but we got to recognize it, right, when it happens. And it's like, okay, you know what? Let me just do it. You know what I mean? Let's see what happens. So
Yep.
yeah, and not for me. For me, that's helped out a lot. Like there's been a lot of times I'm like, I don't know how I feel about this, and I'll put it out. For instance, I used to work when I was working with the NBA. I had like
Mhm.
2 to 5 hours to get music done. You know what I mean? And like, and some of the stuff I ain't like. I wasn't like, oh my gosh. And that be the one that get like a million views or 2 million views. You know what I'm saying? And people, oh, this is fire, da da da. And I'm like, okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? All right, cool, we good. So
Yeah, you just never know.
yeah, yeah, you never know, and the thing is, you don't know it all.
No, not at all.
Not at all.
I used to have a catering company for years,
Mm.
and I would make stuff, and I would like, well, yeah, it's good, and it would be like my top seller, and I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
all right, like
Nice.
I'll tell you that people are eating it.
Yeah, it's like a pattern. Like people sometimes, like yeah, when I was just making beats, it'd be like the beat that I disliked the most was the one that everybody wanted. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? So it's all good. Like whatever you create, whatever comes out of you is special. So it's like you gotta put it out there. You know what I mean? You gotta let the world hear it. You gotta let the world see it. You know what I'm saying? And and it's a learning moment too. That's the other side of it. Like you can't be scared to fail. You know what I mean? It's not failure. It's a learning moment. So
yeah,
you go, yeah. So you put it out there. You see, you analyze it. Okay, what could I have done different? I like to relate it to teams, right? Even if a team wins, they still go back to the tapes. Yo, what
yeah,
can we have done better? What can we do better? So I do the same thing for me. I told you about those 2 times when I felt like, oh man, I didn't capture the crowd, right? I don't put it on the crowd. I put it on me. I take accountability. Like, yo, okay, what could I have done different? What could I have done, differently so that I do better next time. So, we can't be scared to fail or learn. We can't be scared to learn. You know what I mean? That's how we get better and that's how we grow.
yeah. And that's a hard mindset to have, though.
Yeah.
If something doesn't work out,
Hmm.
it's hard sometimes to get past that it didn't work
Yeah.
out, and how
Yeah.
can I do it better, or
Yeah.
maybe I just need to just drop it all together and
Hmm.
start with something fresh.
Hmm. Hmm.
That's hard to do.
It
So
is.
once
It
you
is.
get
And
in
that's.
that mind frame, though, it becomes a little bit easier to be like, oh well, you know, I tried.
Hmm.
I'll try again or switch it around or something.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Nah, it is hard. And what I say is, a lot of things, especially when you come, from your own creativity and your own vision, most people aren't going to see your vision, right? So because it's your vision, you know what I'm saying? Nobody, a lot of people aren't going to work as hard for your vision. So the best thing that I do is because, like I said, remember I told you I have an imagination, I'm creative. I reach out to people that are successful. You know what I'm saying? I watch them. I follow them. Sometimes I reach out. You'll be surprised. A lot of them will respond back. I'm like, hey, I'm trying to do this. This is what I'm doing. I kind of hit a roadblock. Do you have any suggestions? You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times they'll be cool because honestly, they're honored you reach out to them. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times they respond, and then if they don't respond, it's okay. You still have a blueprint you can follow. You know what I'm saying? So there's like I said, there's no. I don't believe in losses. I don't believe in failure. I don't believe in losses. I believe in wins and lessons. You know what I'm saying? And if things don't go work out the way that you expected to, there's a learning moment. There is something you can learn from that. You know what I'm saying? So then the
Yeah.
next time you approach it with a different mind state. You approach it with a different plan. You know what I'm saying? And eventually you will get to that journey. Think about a GPS. How many ways can you get to the destination? You know what I'm saying? You can take the tolls or you can take the back roads. You know what I'm saying? But yo, it's the same thing with life, man. Sometimes you could get on the highway and speed right through, or sometimes there's construction, Pittsburgh, and you got you got to go a different way. You got to hit a detour, but you still gonna get to your destination. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So That's what it's about, man. Sometimes we have to look at it like, okay, you know what? It didn't work this way, but I can learn from this. I can adjust, and I can still get to where I need to get. So yeah,
Yes. Oh heck yeah. My
yeah,
whole life is a zigzag.
yeah,
There are no straight lines in my
yeah,
life.
exactly. Yeah,
But I see the end result in my head,
mm,
and I get there.
yeah, yeah,
Sometimes kind of all over the place, but I end up getting to that end
mm,
result. So
mm,
you know,
yeah. And ultimately, we all do. We
yeah,
all do. You know what I mean? It's easy to get wrapped in, oh, this is I'm a failure and I did this wrong. It's so easy to get wrapped up in that. But it's also, if you train your mind, it's easy to get wrapped in, okay, cool. This didn't work out. Let me try this way. You know what I'm saying? And just make a quick adjustment. In football, they call them audibles. They call audibles. Hey, they see something. Oh, you know what? Let's switch up the play real quick. You know what I mean? It's still the same goal, get to the end zone, but they switching up the play and they're going about it differently. Sometimes we just got to do that in life, man. So, you know what I mean? So, and again, like I said, to comment on what you said, yeah, sometimes it's hard, but we have to set ourselves up to get out of that, victim mentality, right? We have to hang out with different people. We got to watch different things. We got to sleep more, right? In order to be, nah, for real. It's
oh no, I'm not. I know sleep is a commodity, but man,
yeah. Yeah, it's important because our brain needs the rest. Sometimes, like for me, like I have trouble sleeping, but like for me, if I get a good night's rest, my brain is sharp when I'm up. You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, I got rest. Yeah, I'm ready to take on the day. Oh snap, I got a new idea. Let me write this down so I don't forget. I might not have time to do it today, but let me write it down so I could look at it tomorrow. I could look at it later. You know what I'm saying? So rest is super important. We gotta stay hydrated, right? We gotta stay active. You know what I mean? Because our brain, if we're not active and we're lazy, our brain's gonna be lazy, and our body's gonna be lazy, and our movements are gonna be lazy. So we have to stay active. You know what I mean? And this is just stuff that I learned from watching successful people. You know what I'm saying? Watching successful people. They we live in a time of social media. Everything is public.
oh I know,
Everything is
I
public.
know.
So it's like, yo, instead of worrying about who's dating who and who's who cheated on who and da da da, like, I mean, it's cool, I get it, right? But at the end of the day, there's also blueprints of people being successful. There's
Yeah,
blueprints of people helping the community. There's blueprints of so much, learning different trades and learning different skills. And it's all public and it's all free. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So it's like now is the time to really, really, really like, you know, be laser focused on what you want to do. You know what I mean? And it's 3 steps, right? Think of the idea, set a plan, go for it. You know what I mean? So so I would say this: set a goal, make a plan, put it to action, and that's it. And rinse and repeat. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. I do. And I didn't even have to ask you your words of advice for people because you just gave a whole bunch of advice right there.
Yeah, my bad. I'm sorry. I did.
No, no, no. I think that's wonderful.
Yeah,
No, it's all great
yeah,
advice. So
yeah.
yeah, that's great.
All
So
right.
while you were talking, I was listening but thinking of another question
Mm.
because you took my "What's your piece of advice?" question
I'm
away.
sorry. My bad.
Right.
My bad.
So do you? Okay. So here's a fun one.
Mm.
If you could be any animal in the entire world, what
Mm-hmm.
would you be? You can even make up an animal.
Yeah, you're so funny. Nah, nah. I like I would say, man, I love traveling, so I'll probably say like a bird. You know what I mean? Because I love to travel. I love to see different scenery. Um, I don't know. I also really like the lion. I've always been big on the lion. You know what I mean? I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like, just lion is like, because I feel like I relate to a lion. You know what I mean? Like, I'm very protective of the people I love. You know what I mean? Very, very protective. I'm chill until you mess with me. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And even then, I might not lose it. Right? I'm very aware of my surroundings. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely relate myself to a lion a lot. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, just for the sake of traveling, like I love to travel. Love to travel. So yeah, probably like I feel like a bird is like the most mobile animal. Yeah.
Did you hear they discovered a new species of bird?
Nah, what is it?
It's I want to say it's in Texas,
Okay,
and it's a
what is it? It's on our
it's
soil.
always in Texas.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
it's a combination between a blue jay and a green jay.
Oh snap! I didn't even know
Yeah,
that a green jay was a thing.
I didn't either, but
Yeah,
apparently it is down there,
that's
and
crazy.
I forget what they're calling it, like a grue jay or something like that. But it's yeah, it's real. It's cute.
Uh,
Um,
that's not a
and
cute name.
no, it's not a cute name, and I might have just made that up.
Oh, okay, that's all good. You said
But
Groot. I'm instantly thinking about Despicable Me. You know what I mean?
yeah, me too. But it's real. It's
Yeah,
neat looking.
that's really cool. That's really good. I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna look it up after
Yeah,
this, or if you can send me a picture, that'd be cool.
yeah, I will.
Yeah,
I'm full of useless facts, so
yeah, 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 yeah.
I like learning about new things, and
Me too.
I think that's
Me too.
something people should be more open to. Is
Yeah,
just learning new things just
yeah,
because, like, you're
yeah.
not necessarily going to do anything with it,
Hmm.
you know.
No, but it's
Just
good to yeah, it's good to open the mind. You know what I mean? Open your mind and learn new things and look at things from different perspectives. That's why I love to travel. Love
mm,
seeing different cultures. I love meeting different people. You know what I'm saying? Because, a lot of people are kind of just stuck where they live. You know what I'm saying? And they think that's the world. And there's so much in the world to experience
oh yeah,
and to enjoy. You know what I mean? Not even just the world. Like, I always say, like, I want to see everything in the United States. Like, the United States has so much beauty to offer. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So like a lot of people like, nah, I want to go out the country, and there's nothing wrong with that either, because being going out the country is fire too. But also, there's stuff that we can drive to. We don't always have
yeah,
to book a flight. There's places we can drive to, take a weekend, and experience something new. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah.
Um, my kids and I, every summer when they were younger, we used to pick a thing to do for the summer. So,
Okay.
like
Yeah.
one summer, we mapped out Dairy Queens and like a 3 to 4 hour radius, and
That's
we
cool.
hit every Dairy Queen. We saw some crazy things, some great things.
That sounds
Okay,
cool though.
and then one summer we did what was it? Snack factories.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
like hers, Utz,
Oh, okay. Yeah,
so
yeah, yeah. Going to the
yeah,
factories. Yeah.
yeah, doing the tours and then
That's awesome.
getting the snack. So we were all over the place that
That's so
summer,
cool.
to the point that like we were telling my parents about it, and my parents are like, "We want in." I'm like, "All right."
Yeah. That's
So
awesome.
yeah, so we did weird museums
Yeah.
one summer. You
That's
know those
awesome.
little roadside
Yeah,
museums that
yeah, yeah, absolutely, yeah.
like a
That's so
doll
cool.
museum that has like two doll heads. I'm like, well, all right.
Okay, now
Yeah.
that's cool though. Did something similar with my children. We try to do different amusement parks. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So we try to do a different. We've been to a lot. You know what I'm saying? But we want to go, and we did Disneyland in Cali, but we want to do more of like the less popular ones sometimes too. You know what I mean? Yeah,
That's fun. It's
it
fun to
is.
do that.
It is. It is. Yeah, we did. Listen, we did Kennywood like 15 times this year. My kids love parks. You know what I'm saying? And Kennywood isn't like one of those extravagant ones, but it gets the job done. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So
Make
yeah, it's
them
cool.
happy. It's not too far. It's not
Exactly.
far at all.
Not at
Yeah.
all. Not at
Yeah.
all. And there's plenty to do. They've done a good job with it. You know what I'm saying? Because coming from before Kennywood, man, we would do Disney World every year, and we would do Universal Studios. You know what I'm saying? And they got so expensive. Those parks have
Uh,
gotten so expensive, and the other thing I learned too is my kids really just want to swim. So we was going to Disney, and like they're like, all right, when we going back to the hotel so we can swim? I'm like, yo, you just spent like thousands of dollars on this vacation, and you want to just go swimming? Okay,
yes.
I get it now.
Like I could take you swimming for a whole lot less.
Way less, way
Yeah.
less. So
Yeah.
yeah, we so yeah. Needless to say, we haven't been to Disneyland or Disney World in quite a while because they're perfectly fine.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
So, do you have any new music or releases coming out? Okay, tell us
Yeah,
about that.
yeah, man. So I've been dropping positive freestyles, and they've been doing really, really good. I've been dropping positive it's like videos on Instagram, and they've been doing really, really good. And a lot of people asked me to release the songs on like Spotify and Apple and all that. So I did that. I did that. I
Yeah.
listened to them, and literally just today, it's on Spotify. It's called Two Piece Freestyles, and it's
Okay.
two freestyles a minute each, and they both are positive freestyles. You know what I'm saying? And just encouraging people to believe in themselves and be. But it's over like dope hip hop beats. It's a dope flow. It's not corny. It's hip hop. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So people really, really love it. And so yeah, so I have that. I have that. I just dropped that today.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. I'll have to check those out too.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we're getting ready to wrap up, but
Okay.
is there anything you would like to add?
Nah, just yeah, I have a couple of events. Definitely follow me on Instagram at
Yep.
I am Gallo Locknez. Yeah, yep. Yep. Follow me on Instagram. I have a lot of events. I'm speaking at the Emerald City event on October 4th. Which I don't have the details as far as the address goes, but it is on my Instagram. You know what I'm saying? And
Okay.
I'll be speaking about sync there and answering questions, and it'll be a great conversation. That's going to be really cool. So that's October 4th. And then yeah, just follow me on Instagram, and I pretty much post everything that I'm doing there. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay.
yeah,
Good.
yeah,
Well, yay. I'm looking forward to looking up that movie on
yeah,
Peacock with Dustin, and
yeah.
maybe I'll put that on today while I'm doing stuff.
It's a comedy. I'm pretty sure it's called Please Don't Destroy, and
Okay.
it's on Peacock. And then I come. So it's not. It doesn't star Dustin. He's like a special, um, like a cameo. He makes a
Okay.
cameo in the movie, and when he comes in, they play my music. It's super dope. Yeah.
Oh, cool. I'll find that today.
All right.
And
Cool.
then everybody also find his music on Spotify.
Yeah.
And, um, you know, check this guy out. He is a wealth of knowledge
Thank you.
and experience. And there just isn't, we could do a interview, podcast, whatever you want to call it,
Yeah.
all day long. And it just
Absolutely.
doesn't cover that.
Absolutely.
But, be respectful, but politely pick his brain if or whatever whatever you need. Reach out.
Yeah. Absolutely. Awesome.
All right,
Yeah. Thanks again for having me. It was a pleasure.
you're welcome, and
Awesome.
I will talk to you soon.
Sounds good. I know.
Bye bye. Still there?